With WWE stars upset with The Rock and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Detailing a procedure he had on his knee before SmackDown last week where fluid was drained, Drew McIntyre told The Takedown, "I couldn't bend it fully, unfortunately. I told the doctor, listen, let's get this fluid out. He wasn't exactly over the moon about it, but medically it was safe or we wouldn't have done it in the first place. To put it simply, I'm not a pussy. A lot of the guys are now. I said get that out. I've got a show to put on. I've got a performance to do and this is affecting me. So we took that fluid out. I got in the ring, I did my job. I left Jimmy Uso not looking like a winner, that's for sure. You don't have to hand me a thing. I'll keep taking and taking and taking and showing why I belong on top. And that's a match I'm not gonna miss if I have to hold myself together with duct tape." Asked if former WWE announcer Samantha IRVIN will be debuting for AEW at the Revolution event, Sean Ross Sapp said during Fightful Select's Q&A, "She's backstage an awful lot, supporting Ricochet. I'd heard rumors that there may be a non-compete associated with her WWE departure, but I've not had that confirmed." IRVIN said this earlier in the month regarding a return to wrestling, telling USA Today, "That's a guarantee. My wrestling career has barely even begun. I think it would be an absolute waste of everything that I've done so far to not continue the story. I gotta finish my story. Now I want to just see creatively what else I can do. Hopefully when I come back to wrestling, I'll bring even more value than I did before. I don't like announcing. I'm serious. Announcing was only supposed to be my way in. I wanted to manage, maybe even become general manager one day, but WWE saw no other future for me besides announcing. I love watching the action, but I don't love being an announcer." Talking about the possibility of turning heel in WWE, Bianca Belair told Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful, "I never say never, but what I will say is that it would have to be something substantial and a bigger picture to it. Just because I feel like being a successful babyface, a babyface who is consistently able to keep their name at the top of the conversation, is very hard to get it. Once you get it, you don't really want to let go of that. The longer you can hold on to that, if that heel turn happens, the bigger that heel turn will be. If that does happen, I want to be the heel that people would not like. I don't know if I'm ready for that or if everybody else is ready for that. It's one thing when I hear fans say, 'I love so and so as a heel.' When I hear love and heel in the same sentence, that doesn't work for me. Someone like Nia Jax, how valuable she is to this division, playing that role, we need that. We'll see what happens and where it goes right now. I don't know if I'm ready for that or if the fans are ready for that, but when it happens, it's going to be something big. If it ever happens, who knows?" Going over a potential move to AEW, former WWE star Dijak noted during an interview with What Culture Wrestling, "Everything's a possibility. I'm not going to lobby hard for anything or say that nothing's impossible. Everything is open. I want to go to a place where they want to have me. That's it. I learned the hard way through my time in WWE that if they don't see you the way that you see yourself, then you need to find a place that does. And that's okay. I'm not angry about that. I don't hold that against anyone. I've made it very clear to them. TNA to WWE, I'm completely open to working with you if you are interested in working with me in the same capacity that I would like to be worked with. I think that I can take all these companies to the next level, so that's my goal. My goal is to take whatever company wants to utilize my skill set and take them to the next level." Touching on his WWE contract status, Sami Zayn said this to Fightful Select, "I'm usually kind of private about that stuff. I don't think I'm going anywhere. I've got a good thing going here and I see it continuing for the foreseeable future." Back in January of 2022, this was reported regarding Zayn re-signing with WWE. Last month, it was reported by Wrestling Observer Newsletter that there was backstage chatter that Sami Zayn re-signed with the WWE as his deal was coming due. Fightful Select has been able to confirm that Zayn Zayn did actually re-sign with WWE and is locked down for several more years. One person we talked to around that time said Zayn was kind of private about the negotiations, but the WWE made it clear they wanted to retain his services. Providing information on how WWE stars reacted to The Rock's return to the company on SmackDown last week, Sean Ross Sapp mentioned this on Fightful Select's Q&A podcast. I don't mean this in a negative connotation, but most people are marks for The Rock in some capacity. Not in a bad way, but they just love seeing him there at all. For a lot of people, it's not going to get old seeing him. They grew up on him, they watch his movies, they aspire to have success like his. I know there are some people that are not thrilled that their time is cut, but also there's a lot of people that know that when he is involved, more eyeballs are on the show. I haven't heard anybody outright be like, God, this MFer's back, or anything like that. I just haven't heard that. I have heard some people involved with creative and production say, hope it makes sense. That's about it. Ringside News added that one wrestler even joked about how much control The Rock has over WWE's current direction, with Sapp revealing at the mercy of Dwayne, and joked about that in relation to WrestleMania plans, which have adjusted quite a bit over the last few months. When it comes to Jade Cargill's WWE return, Ringside News noted that Jade Cargill's mysterious disappearance from WWE has kept fans guessing for weeks, but all signs point to her stepping back into the spotlight very soon. After being taken out in a brutal backstage assault, speculation has run rampant over who was behind the attack and when Cargill would get her revenge. In a new development, PW Insider reports Cargill is no longer at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, where she had been training over the past few weeks to prepare for her television comeback. While WWE hasn't officially announced anything, her absence could mean she's gearing up to return to weekly programming imminently. Her storyline was reintroduced on WWE programming recently, teasing that Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez might be behind the attack. However, the footage shown by WWE General Manager Nick Aldis didn't provide concrete proof, leaving room for plenty of doubt. Bianca Belair and Naomi, who have been leading the charge to uncover the truth, are set to confront Liv and Raquel on Monday Night Raw, which could escalate the situation even further. Meanwhile, there could be even more to this story. According to Billy Body on the Wrestling Informer podcast, WWE's plan as of last Monday was for Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to capture the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship on Raw tonight. If that's still in the cards, it could set the stage for Cargill's return in a major way. Jade Cargill's return is shaping up to be a major moment, and with WWE dropping hints left and right, it feels like we're just days away from seeing her back in action. Whether she's coming for revenge, championship gold, or both, one thing is clear: business is about to pick up. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.